I'm very glad to see that the dev team has figured out how to do a rollback without having to completely reset our accounts to what it was out 24 hours before to fix their mistake. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say the number one thing that happened out of this. You're not going to believe this. This is insane. We didn't get a refund. They roll back. So I spent, what was it? I think I spent $50 that day, something like that, and I was ticked. I know of people who spent $2,000 that day because they were thinking, "Hey, this is an awesome. I'm going to be able to do it." The devs kept the money, but they took back the rewards, and then they gave us a little compensation thing. They said, "Here's what you should have gotten," except for the fact that we were paying not for the handful of diamonds and gold and VIP points from the $5. What we were paying for were the S Plus cards, or the opportunity to build up for the S Plus card. There were people who spent thousands of dollars, and all they got back were some diamonds, coins, and VIP points. No, if I wanted diamonds, coins, and VIP points, I would have spent money elsewhere, and it wouldn't have been as expensive as it. And there was one person in particular who was very upset, and they reached out to the dev team and they said, "Is this all of the compensation we're going to get?" And they said, "Oh, at the end of the event, you're also going to get one tiny thing." And then, whoop, wow, that's how mad I'm at. I dropped my phone. And she said to the devs, "Well, I mean, that doesn't seem very fair because this, and this." And so they told her, "Hey, you know what? We're very sorry about this. Go ahead and ask for a refund, and refund through your bank, and or through your credit card or whoever. And we are going to go ahead and not ban you, because we normally ban people for asking for refunds. This is not fair. You did pay more than what we've compensated. So go ahead and ask for a refund, and you'll be fine." And this person is and was, even at that time, a mega whale. Like thousands of dollars spent without even blinking an eye. As you can see, they were able to just drop $2,000 right then and there. So she did that. I think it was 3 weeks later, she got hit with a permaban, saying, "Oh, you owe us X thousands of dollars before we'll reinstate your account because you did this refund." And she was like, "What? This is not fair." And I think it was it was early November, something like that. No, it was October. I think it was October. And so I followed that advice as well, and I got a refund. And it was a substantial amount that I got a refund of. That's why if you see in some of my earlier videos, I mentioned things like, okay, people want to know how much I spent on this game. I didn't actually spend that much compared to other people, and I'm only VIP 13 right now. And that was actually for a constant. I literally, I did it as an investment. I went from VIP 11 to VIP 13, investing in this game for the YouTube channel because I decided I wanted to monetize it. And I figured that I'd be able to have a better time and guiding people and going through the game if I was VIP 13, because I would have boots and I would have some other things, and I'd be able to beat things quicker to offer guidance on YouTube. But before that, I actually had boycotted spending money on the game. It was like, I want to say 4 months, something like that. I'm getting all the timelines mixed up. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I spent many months not spending a dime on this game because I was boycotting, because I was upset about this. I never knew when they were going to do another rollback, which is why I have a whole bunch of people who we all started around the same time, and a lot of people significantly passed me up. I never caught up because they continued spending money during that time and I didn't. And even now, I mean, people spend way more. I mean, there's one guy in my daily arena who recently looked like they dumped a whole wallet into the game, and they got their Laura to level 40 exclusive. They got their Yi to level 40 exclusive, and they got all 18 relics for. I mean, they must have spent a ton of cash. And I mean, that's where the pay to win thing kind of gets like, oh man, I mean, we were competitive and we were kind of on the same level, and then all of a sudden you just, I don't know, you got some inheritance or something, you dumped it all into the game, and now we can't even compete with each other anymore. It kind of stinks. But anyway, she was upset. Going back to the story, she was upset because she lost out on thousands of dollars. So yeah, really stunk. It was unfair. Not only because she asked for the refund that they told her to get, she was locked out of the game. And then she got discouraged, and she had spent so much money. I think she was VIP 15 or something, and this was during the first year that this game existed. So I mean, she'd in a short amount of time spent a lot of money. And I was thinking, this is how they treat. This is another big reason why I did the boycott. I thought, this is how they treat their customers. She spends $10,000. I don't know if that's the exact amount. I'm just throwing. She spends thousands of dollars on the game, and they ban her. Luckily, and from what I remember, it was a Discord channel I was a part of. She was very vocal about it, very sad. I mean, it wasn't like anger, upset. She was sad, at least from the tone of her messages. And she said, "I guess I'm done with the game." And then I never got any ban or anything. I think it's because I didn't ask for that much money compared to her. It wasn't that much money compared to what she had in it. Or maybe the customer service rep who looked over my account said, well, yeah, this person is asking for a refund because of the big debacle we did. And they had a smart head on their shoulders, and they like, I'm not going to ban. But with her, they were holding her account hostage. But the good thing is she is currently active. She has her account back. It was months later, but they reversed it and they gave her back her account. And so happily ever after and whatnot, right? Anyway, I was going to do this as a very short intro, just sharing my thoughts, and then segue into gameplay. But this went way longer than I had planned. And I just had a lot to share and some history for those newer in the game. Luckily, we haven't seen anything close to this in over a year. About a year ago, there was a similar debacle, and then the gracious devs sent a message saying, we did a mistake. It was actually one of these things. It was the limited edition Accumulate Recharge. About a year ago, they didn't toggle things correctly. So let's say I was right here for round 1, and then round 2 started, and I stayed here, and so we were able to keep marching forward. And the devs sent a message at that time saying, we made a mistake. They said there was a mistake happened, and round 1 leaked over into round 2, but we are going to allow people to continue with this as a gift. Basically saying we were, and I think they even said we were going to do a rollback and we considered it and we decided not to. Oh, thank you for not like stealing our money again. And one of the things that made me upset about the whole thing was myself and somebody else had the news from customer service to go back and get your money back. They never made an official widespread announcement to people. There were a lot of people at that time frame, and a lot of people did get banned. I think it's because they asked for a ton of money back. Like thousands upon thousands of dollars. And so they got banned, and some people just ended up, that was the end. They quit the game. There was one guy who was called I'm Not a Whale, and he just straight up quit the game. I think he also got like according to him, he said he got like an $18,000. Yeah, I know, right? I wish I had that kind of money. He had like an $18,000 refund, and he just, before they could ban him, he also, what he did is he asked for a refund for everything that he had purchased from the game in the past 9 months or so. and he got the majority of it, and it was like an $18,000, $16,000 refund or something like that. And he quit the game before they could even ban him. And then a lot of other people quit, and other people got banned. And then there were others like me who we asked for smaller refunds, and they were like, "Oh, of course, yeah, we messed up." So yeah, but I mean that girl, she'd only asked for a refund for the things that she has spent that they had not compensated her for, and they still banned her. But she was able to appeal it months later and get her account back. Anyway, there's some history, there's some lore. You know, you never know how long these games are going to last. Don't bankrupt yourself for a game that might not be here 6 months from now, 3 months from now. Have fun, play the game. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I was going to do a separate video on this just to highlight it, but I'm just going to do it now. You see right here? Here's my Chloris. She's not even awakened yet. I still need 2 more excellent cards to get her to this point. You know why? I never spent any money on her. This is the result of a year and a half playing this game and then passively leveling up an S plus character. I have spent money on this game, obviously on VIP 13, but not enough to get. I mean, so there's Chloris. In a year and a half, not purchasing anything for her, this is what I was able to get with her. And through some miracle, I was able to get 9 out of 9 relics. I don't know how, that's just literal luck. And then there's also Succubus. Look at this. Transcend. Not even Transcend Plus. I have been relying on free stuff to get her up as well. Specifically hoping for Homeworld to crash in. Like today, let's try another one. Over the past bit, I've been doing the bare minimum for Toko and Thinker, and then like today I did 140, 150 energy spins on her, hoping to get another free one. So not doing anything at all. 2 S plus heroes. One of them is not fully awakened, and the other one is only Transcend. So I mean, the odds of being able to pull something big are not that high without money. But I'm still having fun with it. It was fun to like get her to. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't believe it! I'm finally immortal. So don't think that you have to dump a fortune into this game to have fun, because you don't. There are things like this where it's slow and steady wins the race, and the race, that you know what the destination of the race is? Having fun. Do you think that I'm upset that I spent a whole bunch of, I'm not going to go in there because you might be able to see who it is I'm talking about, but do you think, and I don't want to disparage anybody, but do you, like, I'm at rank 12 now, and that's because I was sitting there and fighting this guy over and over again, trying to figure out, okay, where are the weaknesses here? What's going on? And then I opened up, it's like, why am I having such a hard time? This is insane. I've never had a hard time. I always beat this guy. And then I went into his team and I looked at him like, oh, you just maxed everything out. You must have spent a pretty penny on this team. And then I just threw my hands in the air like, well, I just lost a whole bunch of points in daily tournament for no reason up against somebody I literally cannot beat now.
But do you think that's stopping me from still enjoying the game? No, I just know I don't attack that guy anymore. I don't do that anymore. I leave that guy alone because he's out of my range. He's in Mega Whale. Not yet, but he's more of a whale than I am. So leave it be. Leave it be. And that's what I wanted to say with this portion of the video, is just that let people do their thing. They're running their race. They're playing their game. They're competing with people like this. There's really no competing with that. So yeah, they're off during their race and they're competing against who they want to compete against. And people at my level will compete against each other, and then people who are at a different level will compete. And that's how it is. So don't try to be number one. You'll most likely never be number one in this game unless you're really, really wealthy. And even then, there's no guarantee you'll stay number one. What it is, it's a fun game. I like the strategy behind it. I like collecting the cards and the characters. And that's how it is for me. Everybody has their reasons for playing the game. So, yeah, just don't sweat it. But I still wanted to express my feelings and say what my thoughts were on the situation, as well as spill some tea on what happened in the past that a lot of newer players don't know about. Anyway, thank you all for listening to this two-parter. This is going to be a two-parter. It's way too long. Nobody's going to have patience for all that. But yeah, hope that it was informative. So yeah, thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next video, which will be a normal gameplay video. Peace.